people talk about Roseanne, but I want to say something about her. She f***ing helped me so much at one point. So I was on a sitcom that's splitting up together, right? And I was at it was Upfronts or something like that, right? And I was like sitting there with a bunch of ABC executives. Was it ABC?
Yes.
Yeah. Executives and stuff, and no one was talking to me. It was the same year that Roseanne got Connors.
Right.
Before she got canceled.
Right.
Right? And she walks into this room and she points at me and she goes, "That motherfucker right there is funny." And then she started repeating jokes that she'd seen me do.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, all the executives opened up to me and started talking to me because I was so self-conscious and I was so nervous. I had never met her before, dude.
Right.
She did that for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, she's a legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also, she has things that people don't like about her or whatever. But she's always been funny. However, your views become political or against other people, it's like those are her views. So, however, I'm sure she's happy with the things where she is and all that stuff. But yeah,
I don't know about that. But yeah. She is a legend, and I mean, I hope it continues forever. But
can I ask you guys a question too? That's seen so many versions of like what comedy's become. Like you see sitcoms, and I feel like there's this romantic part of my brain as a young comic that looks like it's the best version of mixing our live act with storytelling.
Right.
And do you guys find that if sitcoms goes away, there's another version of that, or is that kind of the only world where you can do both? Because they are different things, but it's the closest thing we have to stand up that's storytelling.
I don't know, man. That's a fucking good question.
I don't think they'll ever go away. I think that they'll always be around.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Because those pieces, those half-hour pieces work together. Like, I did, Reba McEntire did her show, and then we came after. So you have two multis. And then you have St. Dennis, which was a new show, and then you have Night Court, and that's single cameras.
Yeah.
So it's hard to put a single and a multi in the same hour.
Wow.
So they'll always need almost like pieces of a puzzle to go together.
Yeah. Do you think you'll see yourself producing for young comics once you're doing like
course, sure.
I feel like Larry King right now. I love it.
I'm so fascinated.
You're gonna sell a show.
You're gonna do a pitch now, asshole?
You know what I'm trying to sell? This is what I'm trying to sell is that the things that you guys are giving us.
Doing?
Like, this is fascinating.
No, wait. This is the Andrew Lopez I've ever heard about. That you can go to a party and come away with a deal.
Vice versa, baby.
Yeah. I don't like that about you. You know what? You're a cockroach.
You know what? What was the word for kiss ass?
Mandilon.
Yeah, you're a mandolon for sure.
Which camera's on?
Yeah.
But no, I just because I don't want to see it go away because I think that's all. And what you're saying is fascinating.
But because I had a deal at NBC right for 4 years.
Still, right?
No, it's gone now. Because it came down to me and Tina Fey's pilot, and they wanted hers, right? And so they let mine go. But I think it's harder to get a pilot. I think. Do you think or no? They don't make as because back in the day. No, we didn't. But we had the pilot done and other 3 or 4 other episodes written, and they were dragging us along. And then 3 weeks ago, they said it's done. But it's like they used to do 30. Pilots or 20 pilots back in the day. And now they do 3.
Man, that's just like a drip of a faucet, man. Like, 3.
Yeah.
In regards to that, like, you can come so close to it. But also, would they keep it and have it in the rotation for another time?
What do you mean?
That if Tina Fey's show doesn't work out, or it's there is no beginning and end of the seasons like there was. Somebody will start mid-season and March before used to be January. You started in September, October.
Oh, right,
now.
Right. Yeah.
So there's really no calendar of when to premiere. You premiere at whatever time.
Okay. I have a personal question to ask you, and
yeah,
what happened?
Of course.
No, but so I heard a story that, and this could be wrong, when you showcase for Mitzi, that it didn't. I mean, did you ever showcase for Mitzi?
Yes.
Yeah. Did it go well?
I thought so, but she didn't think it went well.
And so you're never passed at the store?
I was never passed at the store.
Whoa.
And that's where I started.
Huh.
That's where I started.
That's incredible.
You know what she said to me? I went to the Comedy Store with my friend Ernie, and I did pretty good, man. And I think they turned the light on, the piano, and the people said to turn the light off to like let me keep going.
Yeah.
And the guy, the piano player, like, keep going. So then I go over there to her, and she says to me, "Where are you from?" I'm from Mission Hill.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, why don't you try working the clubs there for a couple years and come back? And I was like, fuck.
She did that to Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And-
I think this is the time period where she wasn't fully. Maybe she was losing.
No.
Oh, she was okay. She was.
Very present.
She was full.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you a time. That's a true story. I'll tell you a time.
Yeah.
At Richard Pryor's funeral. Did you ever know David Banks?
No.
David Banks was like as funny as Richard Pryor. He was a writer, and he always wore this brown suit. I think Paul Mooney, David Banks, Richard Pryor,
Wow.
all those guys, high level guys. Like Banks was funny, like from the street, like always had a creative thought, and was just fucking brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
So all of us guys respected, Mooney and David Banks if you got close enough in the circle, and then of course Pryor. So at Richard Pryor's funeral, David Banks and I are standing in the aisle, and down comes Mitzi Shore. She's probably like this big.
Yeah.
And she's all in black, bent over, and her hair's hanging down.
And scarves. 15 scarves.
A scarf.
Yeah.
She's walking really slow.
Yeah.
And when she passes David Banks, he touches her arm like this, her forearm, and he says to her, "Don't leave. You'll be back Wednesday." we were at Forest Lawn.
Oh wow.
He said, "Don't leave. You'll be back
Yeah.
Wednesday."
When Mitzi died, Peter gave me a scarf of hers, and he goes, "Mitzi wanted you to have this. She's never washed it." And I was like, I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where that scarf is, but
But I mean, it's,
yeah.
yeah. So no, I don't think I was ever. And I started there, man, like in 1979. I was.
Do you have a resentment?
No, but I don't go to the Comedy Store now. They'll call me and they'll say, "Hey, would you do a set?" And I was like, I don't go.
Why?
I don't have a resentment, but I just don't go. I really don't kind of do sets in town.
I know. Okay, but that's a shame because, I mean, we would just love to have your.
But I
grace.
think if you've been doing it for 45 years, going out for 20 minutes is not going to improve you. Or
Dude,
I
can I tell you? Can I share a story when I first met you?
Yeah.
Okay, I went into your show.
What do you remember him?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. Continue. I love it.
I was skinnier back then.
If you tell me, I might. If you,
I went to your show. At the time, we had the same agent, and I was a huge fan of you. And
What agency was it?
It was 3 letters.
UTA.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm no longer there.
You're at,
I love everybody.
Where are you at?
I'm a CAA.
Oh, with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smook.
Yeah, baby.
Huh?
Smook.
I love Smook.
Smook, baby.
Smook's the best.
Is that you? Is that you have Smook?
what- yeah,
No,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's
Hey,
great.
buddy, your script's bad, buddy.
yeah.
But I've never. Me and my friends came to see you backstage because I was such a huge fan and we loved you. So they hooked us up to Nusafora hooked us up to meet
At
you.
the Orpheum?
No, this is Nokia at the time.
Okay.
Now it's what's it called? Whatever, Peacock. But we asked you, we're like, can you give us advice that will change the way we do stand up? And it did. It changed all 3 of our ways of doing stand up. And you go, none of those written motherfuckers ever make it. And you said, come from the soul.
Oh.
And talk on stage like your written joke is your starting point and learn your shit on stage.
You know what I tell young people?
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah, so thank you. And
Incredible.
I'll take that advice.
George Lopez, everybody. George Lopez.
I'm like looking at you giving it to me. I'm like, shit, I'm going to take my own advice.
But sometimes we text each other. We go, none of those written motherfuckers ever make it.
Man,